Testing 1 2 1 2. This is a level for Channel 10, which I wouldn't normally do, but hey, we're all friends here, so how's that, all right?
You should see and hear. We won't be
filming is just our internal films. I think we're getting streamers as well. So social media or something.
Hey, Mikey, I heard you and I won't on it. That should be a bit busier now. Yes, thanks.
Sounds from here. This probably sounds relative.
Somewhere on the line, the devil connected. It's the really standard.
It is. That's why it's got epoxy. Drop in his meat threads.
Alright, go back at the console and I'll show you later.
Here we go.
Come and find my hat.
You have some big questions right there, don't you? Paul, do you need, as a second, do you need to pick up answers on this too, or is it okay to start?
It's alright, it's on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, so what was that question? Paul's camera has pretty much on one.
Should we get to?
Yes.
Channel 1.
Yeah, one.
Perfect. Just give us.
I think he is.
Paul, that man.
Yep. That way? Yep. I'm not sure it is.
that's too long. We can just leave and let Joe through it. Switch out. Paul's going this way. Paul's coming across here.
Pull Cleo out, and she said and answered to her name. Right now, though, they don't have time to rest or pat themselves on the back. This is straight away.
Is the head of the task force. You'll all know Inspector John Munday, who led the land search and commanded the crime scene out at the blowholes, and Detective Senior Sergeant Cameron Blaine of the Homicide Squad was one of the 4 officers that actually went in and rescued this girl. What a great day. We now have returned Cleo to her loving parents. It's a wonderful day for this little girl and her loving family. It is a really special day for Western Australia. Indeed, I know the nation is rejoicing over the fact that we've been able to conduct this operation and we never gave up hope. And I know that Cleo's parents never gave up hope. And it is just such a wonderful opportunity for me to say thank you. But before I say any more words, can I allow Minister Paul Papalia to say a few words?
Thanks, Commissioner. If you feel the need to thank God today, thank God for the Western Australian Police Force. Cleo's rescue wasn't the result of an accidental sighting or a suspicious event. It was the result of hard police grind. From the moment this incident began, the Western Australian Police Force conducted themselves to the absolute highest level of professionalism. Western Australians are already incredibly proud of our police force for having kept them the safest place on the globe through this pandemic. Now they have added reason to be incredibly proud of the Western Australian Police Force for delivering Cleo from this nightmare and bringing a little bit of sunshine into an otherwise dark world. And Chris.
Thanks, Minister. Look, to Ellie and Jake and the family, we're so thankful. And for those of you that have been hoping, wishing and praying that we were able to find little Cleo alive and give her back to you in your arms, it is just a wonderful, wonderful day. And it's a day we all hope for. Look, I'm just so proud of the team that I have behind me, but there's 140 in this team. Many of them are still at work here right now, and there's a whole bunch of them back in Perth. We will be working through this for the next week or two at least. There's much more work yet to be done, but I'm just the proudest police commissioner I think in the world at the moment. To the team that have worked tirelessly, police officers and analysts, our forensic officers, the people behind the scenes, our media team, they've gelled together from day one here. From the moment Inspector John Munday and the uniformed officers declared a protected forensic scene within minutes of arrival, that commenced an enormous operation to the outcome that was achieved at about 1 a.m. this morning, when 4 officers went in and broke down the door and found little Cleo in a room. And as you can see, she's alive, she's safe, and she's back with Mum and Dad. We said we wouldn't give up, we said we would keep on searching, and we dared to hope. I'd like to extend my gratitude also to Premier Mark McGowan and Minister Paul Papalia. The state government have stood behind the Western Australian Police Force. We're not wanting for resources. They immediately offered a $1 million reward. But beyond the state government, I really want to thank not only the immediate family, the town of Carnarvon stood up. We had volunteers, we had the SES, we had the Army, we had private companies. Everyone wanted to achieve what actually some never thought would happen. And I really want to extend my thanks to all who've been either searching, those that have sent well wishes. The police station here is full of flowers and chocolates already. Not that these blokes need it, but at the same time, I just really want to reinforce my thanks to all of Western Australia, indeed Australia, and I've already had messages across the country from police and indeed those across the world. Look, I extend my thanks also to the media. You've kept this story running and front of mind for everyone, and that's really important because we needed to get these messages out, and I thank you for keeping the hope of finding Cleo alive a real and a present story, which we now can all celebrate in terms of this. To the people of Western Australia, you are our eyes and ears. You gave us lots of information. It's still coming in, and we, one, appreciate what you've already provided for us and what is yet still to come. We have one 36-year-old man in custody. He is assisting police with our inquiries at the moment. I'm not going to elaborate further in terms of that man, other than saying he's a local man from Carnarvon, and we will be having something further to say later. I once again want to reinforce my thanks to a great team assisted by a great community. The town of Carnarvon can stand strong, and as a community I do appeal to the community to come together as you have. Yes, we have one man in custody, but that is not the town of Carnarvon. You know, that is one person. And I want the town of Carnarvon and everyone else to come together as a community as we move forward, and we can rejoice that this little girl's been found, but we need to move forward as a community as well. So with those few words, thank you for your assistance, and I'll invite Rod Wild to say a few words.
Thanks. Excuse me. Thank you, Commissioner. I also would like to thank the community. It's been a fantastic effort. From day one, we were seeking assistance. We had over 1,000 calls from the community, from people around Western Australia providing information. So we're extremely grateful for that. Also the media, businesses, everyone that got on board. We couldn't have done this without you. To my team as well, thank you. It was just a fantastic effort. People worked basically without sleep from the first occurrence when this happened 17, 18 days ago. They were here and they worked tirelessly. They never gave up hope, and we got the result that we're all so grateful for. Take questions if you like.
Right. As the chief investigator in this case, when you got that early morning phone call this morning, and you saw that body cam vision with the little girl saying, "My name is Cleo," what were your emotions?
Oh, it was amazing. Yeah, it was. It was very emotional to see that. It's something, like I said, we hoped for. We obviously had real concerns for Cleo's welfare, and as time passed by, they grew worse. So to see that, it was just amazing. It was an amazing outcome.
And statistically, it doesn't often turn out like this. So what were the emotions of the team when you thought we found it?
Look, the same thing, I think. Look, people were in tears. It's fair to say it was just an amazing outcome. We hoped, we kept working with that belief that we could get there. We could find Cleo. And look, I don't know what happened, but we were lucky and we did.
How much did that modern mobile phone data have to do with the arrest?
Look, that's part of the investigation. It's certainly that we collected a lot of data. That's what we do in these types of investigations. It's a thorough investigation. You would have seen officers going around to every CCTV location within Carnarvon, within 1,000 kilometres. So that's the level of detail you go to in these investigations. We collected that information, then we have to analyse, and then we look for what we're looking for, and we were lucky we found it.
What was the lead that led you to that house?
It was the hard work. It was the hard work of the team that did it, analysing all of that information, gathering it all, working through it, and finding that needle in that haystack.
There is a rumour among locals that the police were made aware of her whereabouts after some local kids actually broke into the house. Is there any truth?
No, that's not true.
Is there a tip-off, Rod, that police were acting on?
No, there wasn't. So, like I say, it was really the analysis, all the work of the team, going through that to get us where we were, where we are today.
So that was just a piece of the puzzle, was it? Like, you know, the CCTV, the phone data, it all added up?
Yeah, like I said, I think in the early days, it was a methodical investigation. We had to gather all of this information, all of this evidence, put it all together, paint the picture of what happened, interview all the witnesses, speak to everyone that was out there so we could understand exactly what happened. Then it's a matter of piecing it through, working out who was where at the wrong time, and that's what's happened.
When did this man become a suspect? Was it yesterday?
It was only yesterday. Yep.
How's mum and dad?
I'll let